So I think it's day number 7 of the section hike. I'm here at Island Pond. That's behind me. I don't think you can see the pond very well this morning. It's a little hazy. But let's see, day 7, I'm going to go about 12 miles today. Fairly short compared to yesterday, which was extremely rigorous. Lots and lots of steep rock climbs and steep downhills. So it kind of wears you out doing that. Today I'm going about 12 miles to a shelter. And I'll spend the night there near the shelter, probably not in the shelter. And then tomorrow I'll hike down across over Bear Mountain and across the Hudson River in New York and move along a little ways and probably stay at a monastery that gives free camping in their ball fields tomorrow night, where they have some fresh water and electrical outlets and I think even a cold shower. So that's my goal, 12 today and about I think 13 tomorrow, and we'll just keep on hiking. There's a blaze on the rocks, and then you need to go through this little spot. They call this the lemon squeezer. You have to take your pack off, I think, to squeeze through there, but should be fun. Well, that was a pretty tight squeeze. I had to come up to here, and then it got so narrow I'd take my pack off and put up here on this little ledge and then work my way up to the end. Now I can grab my pack and keep going. They always make it exciting. So it's about 1:30 in the afternoon on day 7. Just had a lunch break, and it's been a really nice trail till now. And then I came to this. So trail goes up. There's some steps there if you can't see them, but they go up and to the right and up and up and up to the top there somewhere. So this looks like yesterday. So it's a windy day 8 as I start the next section here, leaving from about 1,400 miles going up towards Hudson River today. Hopefully across that and on to a local spiritual life center that offers a free campsite and a baseball field with a shower and wash tub and power outlets and that sort of thing. So we'll see if I make it that far, about 13 miles I think to get there. Last night I was up on this ridge. It was quite the ridiculous climb to get up here at the end of the day. But I wanted to get out of the boggy part where the bugs were and get a little wind and hopefully dry some things out. And while there was great wind and sun, nothing dried out. But here it is this morning up on top. It's still a little hazy down below in that direction, but as you come around the other way, you get a little bit more of a view this morning as the sun comes up. So anyway, I'm up on top. I have to go down and back up Bear Mountain and then down to the river and then back up. It'll be quite the day, so I'll talk to you down the trail. Okay, it's about 7:30 on day 8. I've come about 1.7 miles in the first hour, so that was good. It was mostly downhill, but I just looked at my guide and I've got about a 2-mile uphill, 800 feet up and only 79 feet down in the next 2 miles. So I'm going to be a sweaty mess when I get to the top of Bear Mountain. It's already very humid and it's probably 72 degrees. But I'm sweating like it's 100. So it's going to be a soggy day. And I'll give you some shots from up on Bear Mountain. Okay, so I had a nice break up on top of Bear Mountain, had a cold drink out of a vending machine, and now I'm headed down. And they have this really nice groomed path with about 1,200 steps, I think they said, coming down through here. So they're small steps, so they're not too bad. And I'm going to go down these and I'll be at the Hudson River in just a little while. So it's day number 9. I just left the Graymore Spiritual Center where we got to camp out in the ball field. They had some cold showers, which I took one, but I've already sweating like crazy this morning, so didn't do me a whole lot of good. But a nice flat outfield to camp in, picnic tables, porta potties, almost like a hotel. But had a nice break there, met some nice hikers, good conversation, and headed out about 20 minutes ago, and going 13.8 today to Feinstock State Park. And they also have showers there, so I'm looking forward to making that. But right now it's already 77 degrees. It's quite humid and I'm sweating like crazy already, so it's gonna be one of those days. And I'll talk to you more down the trail. So I've been hiking about an hour, and a really nice trail, made good time, and came across this really nice view. So I'm suspecting I'm gonna go down now and back up again. But nice morning, a little bit warm. So I'm about an hour and a half into my walk today, and this came across this kind of cool old roadbed. You can see the rock work on the right hand side there. I'm suspecting the CCC did this back in the 30s, and it's still here. So good work for those guys. It's about 9:30, very hot. I'm already soaked through. The trail's kind of moderate. I've had a couple of short climbs, but generally it's rolling, and that's good. I've come about 2 3/4 miles so far. And I think it's about 3 more to the lake. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'll keep on hiking. The morning of day 10, but I'll go ahead and close out day 9 and say that it was just freaking hot yesterday. It was probably in the mid 90s, extremely high humidity. And after 3 or 4 days of really difficult hiking, the heat was just dangerous. So another guy I met out there kind of agreed with me, and we decided to come into town and take a 0 day here in Fishkill, New York at Extended Stay America. So we came off the trail yesterday afternoon about 3 o'clock after about 10 miles of hiking. Didn't quite make the 15 we planned, but we're taking a break today, let our bodies recover, let this front come through and the temperatures drop a little bit, and be back on the trail tomorrow. So today is resupply, clean up gear, wash clothes, all that kind of stuff. Just to be ready to get back out and get started again. So I'll catch up when I'm back out there. Day 11 of my section hike from Delaware Water Gap to Katahdin, and I'm coming off a 0 day in Fishkill, New York. We've had a heat wave up here, and it was so hot the last 2 or 3 days that it felt like taking a day off was the right thing to do and probably the safe thing to do. Washed some clothes, took a shower, got some good food, just rested a little bit, rested my body, and I'm back on trail here on day 11. So I'm planning to go a short day, 10 miles, just want to avoid the heat, not do too much today. There's water along the way and even a lake with a grill, so I may get a hamburger for lunch. It's about halfway through my hike. So that's the day, and I'll get started and talk to you down the trail. So I'm about a mile from the lake and concession stand and found this really nice set of steps that some volunteers built. Good job, and it'll be easy to walk up this hill. So it's after lunch on day 11, had a nice probably hour-long break at the lake there. Got some ice cold water out of their spigot and sat in the shade and had lunch and just enjoyed a good long break. Back on the trail now, and it's actually pretty moderate. You can see behind me how nice and smooth it is at the moment. I think it's going to go like this for a while, so that's great for a really hot afternoon. It's got to be 90 plus, and of course I'm soaked, but that's okay. I've only got about maybe 4 more miles to go to get to the shelter tonight. So I'm keeping it short because it's so hot, and I'll see you down the trail. So popped out on a rock here with my only big view of the day, I guess, a little memorial to September 11th, and then a pretty big panoramic view of what's going on here. Looks like a lot of hot mountains to me as I go around. What a nice view, and big, and probably this way is where I'll be coming over tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna try to walk and talk here. So I just got back on trail from a little side trip to a deli where I had a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich and some Gatorade and some potato chips and a brownie. So try to get a little fuel in me for this afternoon. This part of the trail, though, I think is more moderate than what I had this morning, which was pretty much a lot of uphill and pretty rugged. So I'm hoping I'm back on a ridge, and this will roll along for a while and not be quite so difficult. Not quite sure how far I'll go today. It's either going to be like 10 miles or maybe 16 miles, depending on the weather. It may rain and the terrain and how I'm feeling. So that's the plan right now, and I'm just going to keep on walking. You can see the fairly nice trail behind me. Kind of looks like that up ahead too. So that's the plan, and I'll check in a little bit later in the day. So I'm working on wrapping up day 12. It's about another mile and a half to the shelter, and I will be really glad to get there. It's been a wet, buggy, kind of long day. I think it's going to be 16.8 miles, which, as it turns out, may be a little more than I want to tackle in a day. So I think I may stick to my 13 to 15 going forward, trying to walk here and film at the same time. Anyway, it's been a good day, and I've enjoyed most of it. But I'm tired now, and I'd like to be sitting somewhere rather than still walking. So I'm going to finish up this long day and get comfortable and hopefully have a good night's sleep. I won't film much there at the shelter because of all the other folks around. So anyway, that was a day. I'm doing okay. A little tired, but covering some good miles.